Hello, this is Andrew from Specto Photography. Welcome to another little YouTube video. Thanks for watching. I know I don't get around to these very often. It's something I find difficult to fit into schedule. I've begun to realise that these things often take quite a long time, don't they, to put together as well. So I admire those of you who do it week after week after week. But I was wondering, what was I going to do with some of the pictures that I took this year? Perhaps like me, you have a thing for older vintage lenses, and you buy them and use them, and then they put them back down somewhere, and you don't see them again for a little while. Maybe you've bought a bit of a collection of them through the year. Well, that's definitely the case in my situation. If you have a look at the thumbnail that goes with the video, you'll see it split into two halves of lenses and cameras. On the right hand side, including the A7 are all the lenses I bought through the year, and there are more than that. These are just the ones that I've used in this 2024 Lens Yearbook. And on the left hand side were a couple of cameras and lenses that I already had. Now, of all the lenses that I bought this year, none of them are particularly expensive. They're all fairly cheap items. I think the most expensive one that I used in that group of 10 or 12 or 15, whatever it is, on the right hand side, I think the most expensive one was the Nikon 55mm f1.2. I think I probably paid £150 for that. Whereas some of the other ones, some of the 28mm ones, for example, I paid less than £10 for in some cases, and I think quite a lot of them probably only cost between 10 and £30 at least anyway. So they were pretty cheap in many instances. And I think this is what this video is about, that sometimes you really don't need expensive cameras and expensive lenses. You can use much cheaper items that you can get to create a picture. And I'm quite a big believer of the fact, or at least in my mind anyway, that when you see a picture, it's in here. It's in here. You use the camera to try and get what you see in here to come to the point at which you can see it consistently in a picture. And so if that's the case, at least for me anyway, the cost of the camera or the lenses is not really the important thing. It's how you see it and what you do with it effectively. So, like I say, the vast majority of lenses that are in this 2024 Lens Yearbook, they're all pretty cheap stuff, and I've just had to play with them throughout the year, including a mobile phone in some case. So that's what the yearbook is about, just to demonstrate what you can perhaps do with some of this cheap stuff. Now, why do I do these videos? I don't do them very often, like I said, but I find for me it's an opportunity to sort of decompress, if you like, from the norms of everyday life and to just escape a little bit. Really, it's for my own mental health at the end of the day as much as anything, which is why I do them. Like I say, not very often, don't always get a chance, but I hope that you'll like some of it. If you like the pictures, give it a thumbs up and maybe a subscribe for on the odd occasions these videos do turn up. If you don't like the pictures, that's fine, I don't mind. It's not a problem. But hopefully you'll have a look and you'll find something. Shouldn't be too long. I think there's about 25 or 30 images, probably only 3 or 4 seconds on each one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on another time. Thank you.